Welcome to the 12th session of Jah Damion Talk Real Talk African Parables, Deciphering and Decryptions, translation of the parables and ancient wisdom left by our ancestors. These parables are ancient parables as old as the civilizations of Africa itself. These parables are taken from all over the states of Africa. Africa is one Africa, undivided Africa. We Africans abroad here in the Caribbean, like here in Jamaica and the rest of the Caribbean and America, still see Africa as our home. We love our brothers and sisters. We love everyone, for everyone descended from one Africa. With that said, we invite our viewers and subscribers to please like, comment, and share. We look for interactions. We would like our viewers to actually translate and comment their idea of what their parables mean in their own words. Also, we would like for our viewers to share our video, our content a lot, so we can get more subscribers, because we would like to meet the 1500k subscriber mark, as well as get more interactions, more knowledge and insights from our viewers and subscribers. So don't be shy. You're on your smartphone, you're on your laptop, no one is watching you. You can comment, leave a comment on what you think the parables mean. We will be picking up where we last left off, because as we normally do, we leave the last parable in the session to be translated by our viewers and subscribers, and to leave it in the comment section before the next episode or session would be published, and then we would read their comment or their translation on the channel. With that said, we'll be jumping into the last parable we left from the 11th session, which was the elephant head. This parable is taken from Sierra Leone. It states the elephant's head is no load for a child. Now, this parable is very cryptic. It is saying that you cannot give an immature individual or a child an adult's responsibility. You would not give your 5 or even your 10, even your 12-year-old child your car to drive on a busy highway. You would not give your child certain responsibility. You would not give them, you wouldn't dress them and send them to work. In the West, they would say you cannot give a boy a man's job. Is because if they are not fully equipped mentally and physically to do the task, they will fail the task. So you cannot give a child an adult's responsibility. That was a Sierra Leone proverb. Another Sierra Leone proverb: death is the key that will open the miser's coffers. Death is the key that will open the miser's purses and wallets. There are many individuals won't give or help in anyone outside of themselves or their close circle unless it's a serious matter like death, and that shouldn't be the case, because we should be there for people when we can be there for them. It's not obligatory, but if you're gonna spend a lot of money when someone dies and you didn't spend any on them when they were alive, that's not a good sign, and that is not a good thing to do. Another Sierra Leone proverbs: the value of peace is never known until it is disturbed. For the war-torn regions of Africa and the Middle East and the rest of the world, even here in Jamaica and certain parts of the Caribbean, but we don't really have wars here. We don't really have wars here. Real wars are fought overseas, and it's very bloody. We see where war tear regions apart, damage economies, separate families, cause exposing many to starvation, disease, and concentration camps, and whole heap of, it's a holocaust basically, very detrimental, very extreme. When peace is in the region, there is equanimity, there is flourishing, there is the economy grows, everyone benefits, nature thrives. But when there is war, nature cries out and nature loses, and we're a part of nature, so we lose as well. Anyone wants to leave their translation of what this parable means, the value of peace is never known until it is disturbed, you can give us a translation and we'll read it in the comment section. The palm tree that encourages birds, another Sierra Leone proverb. The palm tree that encourages birds to nest in it should not complain over shattered limbs. And this one is basically saying that if you are an individual who invites any individual or individuals around you and they misbehave or there's a mishap, you have to tolerate what happens and you have to tend to what happens peacefully because you invited it. You were the one who invited it. So you have to tend to it peacefully with tolerance. Another Sierra Leone proverb: an orange never bears a lime. This is speaking about authenticity. This is speaking about being genuine. An honest person will never lie to you or deceive you or hurt you. Just the same, a dishonest person cannot be truthful to you. To the core, to the epitome of what that person represents. So, in other words as well, uh, you put in genuine words, genuine work, and you will get genuine results. If you cheat, if you take any shortcuts, you're not going to be genuine. You cannot produce the product. As a matter of fact, you could even talk about parentage too. A father who bears children, the children has to be his and represent his and carry his gene. And if it's an adopted child, it's an adopted child, right? But and that's when we would all know that. But when something is genuine, if the father should give blood to that child, then the blood is gonna be compatible, and then he could save that child's life. And if vice versa, the child saved the father. But then, if it's not compatible, then no exchange can be made. So, orange cannot produce a lime. Things flow in connection. Anyone has a better translation, please leave it in the comment section and we will read it in the next session. This is a very profound one taken from Sierra Leone. It states, knowledge is not the main thing, but deeds. Why is knowledge not the main thing but deeds? How many people have knowledge? Knowledge of both good and bad, but they choose to do bad or they choose to do good. It is a choice of the matter. So knowledge is just knowledge. Yes, all knowledge is knowledge. And none can be replaced for the other. For the knowledge of building houses by wood is carpentry. The knowledge of cooking, of preparing food is called cooking or being a chef, right? And you could not use the knowledge of building a house for preparing food. Vice versa, you couldn't use the knowledge of preparing a house for preparing food for building a house. So what this proverb is basically saying is that knowledge is not the thing, it's the deeds. Because if you have the knowledge and you're not using it for good, for elevating yourself and others who are around you, it makes no difference. It is the deed that brings off the energy, the response, the reaction. It is the deeds. Another Sierra Leone proverb. I grew up around excuse me, very sorry. I grew up among wise men and found that there is nothing better for them than silence. I grew up amongst wise men and found that there is nothing better for man than silence. This is very profound, and it can be taken out of the Bible and other books. He that keepeth his mouth shall keep his life. And Christ said in the New Testament that for every word that man speaketh shall be held accountable. So to keep your mouth and not to blaspheme, to say things, to call things down out of the heavens on yourself, it is better. Silence is better. I will leave this. Anyone can give me a better translation, please do that. Leave it in the comment section. I implore you. Another Sierra Leone proverb. it states, to try and fail is not laziness. I would not have to put the other part on it because there's no other part, but to sit on your ass and even be successful is still laziness. So it's very, you have to look at it from an abstract point. But to try and fail is not laziness because you're putting in effort. You're doing. So that's not laziness, even if you're not successful. But if you stop trying, then you fail. Another Sierra Leone proverb. Wisdom does not come overnight. See, knowledge is good. There is wisdom, understanding, and knowledge. Knowledge can be there in your head, but it's in the application of knowledge is where wisdom is going to come in. Because when you're wise to something, is because you have a full spherical scope of what is happening, what you're doing. So understanding something, having wisdom and understanding it is good. That's going to make you approach the situation or approach the project or the whatever needs to be done. But then wisdom is going to help you to execute it fully, perfectly. Wisdom does not come overnight. It's trial and error. You do and you do and you do until you master it. Trying and failing is not failure. I'm going to be jumping into a Somali proverb right now. This one is taken from the Somali. A brave man dies once. A coward dies 1,000 deaths. A brave man is gonna go at things without hesitation at the point because he's brave, without fear, taking on whatever comes at the time. But the coward dies 1,000 deaths within his mind, within his spirit. So that's why he runs, because he sees himself losing. He sees himself failing, dead on the battlefield. So he's already died 1,000 times within himself because he's a coward. So a real man dies once, but a coward died 1,000 deaths. Anyone has a better translation, please leave it in the comment section. I implore you, I beg you, please. Another Somali proverb. The most dangerous thing a man needs is a woman. The most dangerous thing a man needs is a woman. Wow. And why is this so? A man can't do without a woman. When a woman is in a man's life, he's gonna have to go out there. He's gonna have to see that she's okay. It's not about his peace and contentness anymore. It's a 50-50 bargain, if not 100% bargain, looking out for her and the children's interest. So, I'm going to read one more proverb and then I go into the final one that's going to be left for all viewers and subscribers to translate and leave it in the comment section. There was always a better, this is a Somali proverb, there was always a better man for every good man. So for every good person you meet, and you might think that this person is the best person, but there's always another good person, maybe a friend of that person, if even not. People are out there doing generous deeds. It's not a level up to try to say, oh, this person is the best person. Oh, no, you don't know. Earth is wide and earth is full of multiplicity all over. The same energy, the same vibe happening over and over again, all over the place. Different areas, same mindset, people, same character, same everything. They're alike, they speak alike, sound alike, behave alike. Good person is a good person wherever they are. Bad person is a bad person wherever they are. Like-minded people are like-minded. Doesn't mean that they are together or they even know each other. So, Somali proverb, there's always a better man for every good man. Get it? Better, good, better, best. This is the final proverb for the 12th session. I'm going to leave it for our viewers and subscribers to translate it and leave it in the comment section. And we will read it on the 13th session. And this is the proverb. Every camel, this is a Somali proverb by the way. Every camel once upon a time 2 years old. Every camel was once upon a time 2 years old. I believe in this proverb for our viewers and subscribers to please comment on it, translate it, leave it in the comment section. We will read out your channel's name or your name and also read your translation. So I'll state it again. It says every camel was once upon a time 2 years old. So, my brothers and sisters, Jah Damion here from Jamaica telling you that we love you. Our motto is out of many, one people, one God, one aim, one destiny. Bless you, my brothers and sisters.